Okay, hey, I realized I just uploaded a video about Meps, but something that I wanted to mention, so I'm making this another video because I think it's important. I had watched a video recently about how like they try to trip you up at Meps, get you to say things that are gonna disqualify you. And this very thing kind of came up in someone else's video. I can't remember what it was. But I thought about it today as the doctor was asking me. So they try, just be smart about what you say. Okay, so the recruiter's like, or the commander at the recruiting station was like, you know, if you tell them you get a headache sometimes, don't tell them you take anything for it. Just tell them like you drink water or whatever. So she's like, okay, do you get menstrual cramps? I was like, yeah, occasionally. She's like, do you take anything for it? I'm like, no. So get this. See, I was on to her. Okay, so the doctor, she was pretty tough-headed, but I was like not backing down. I stood my ground and everything with her, and she didn't like disqualify me for anything. She could have, because I wasn't like being all bashful like but I was an adult and acting like an adult. But okay, so get this. So there's a paper that you write down your tattoos, right? So I have a dad tattoo and a pap tattoo, right? And so it's like, what does this mean? And I said, it's for my great grandpa, is his nickname, right? So I was like, my dad tattoo, I was like, it's a memory of my father. So she's looks at my tattoo description. See, she tried to get me. And she goes, oh, your dad died? And I was like, yeah. And for a moment, I was thinking like, yeah, my dad died at a young age, just really sad, whatever. But I was like, wait a second. I was like, yeah, my dad died. She's like, what did he die of? And I was, you don't even think about it. So you want to say like the truth, like, he was 47 and he didn't take care of himself, and like he was on drugs and he was alcoholic, and like he had high blood pressure and blah, blah, blah. But see, they try to get you. So I was like, yeah, he died. She's like, what did he die of? And it was, they ruled it as probable acute coronary syndrome, whatever. I was like, I don't know, like, he had pneumonia, which he did, at the time. She's like, oh, okay, what did she say? Something like, that must have been really hard for you, whatever. Were you really close to your dad? And I was like, I want to say, well, yeah, but I was like, he had pneumonia, I don't really know all the details because he lived in another state. And she was like, did you have to go to grief counseling for that? And I was like, no. I was like, like he lived in another state. She's like, oh, okay, so you weren't really close to your dad. And I was just like, yeah. Like, all of this from my tattoo description. Like, she tried to like make me say like I was really upset. He died, he died young, blah, blah, blah. But they try to get you. Don't let them get you. Think before you say stuff. Like, that could have easily been like a thing. Of course I was upset. My father died, No, I didn't get grief counseling. I mean, geez. But like, the video I watched before, it was something like that. They try to trip you up, but just don't go into details because they try to find stuff. I don't know why. Like, why would you? I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I would share that. Yeah, just thought I'd share a little wisdom with you. She tried to get me. But she didn't. Because I'm smart, but yeah. If I could have said, yeah, he was young when he died. And she's going to be like, well, maybe you have some sort of heart issues yourself that you don't know. And blah, 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 you know. Anyway, so I thought I would share that with you. I think that's all that I got. I just forgot to put that on my last video. That all. Yeah, that's it. All right.